Hi there, today I am going to talk to you about hobbling your horse. So hobbling is when you attach two leather cuffs to both your horse's front legs with a narrow chain or rope between the two. The point of hobbling is to teach your horse to remain in a relatively small area. Those who do cattle work may hobble their horses when they let the horse graze so they don't wander off. Hobbling is also very handy because it helps a horse learn to accept restriction on their legs so they don't panic. So here I am with my horse and I am putting hobbles on her for the first time. She's never been hobbled, but she's worn boots many times and she's very comfortable with picking up her leg and with restriction overall. So first I start by attaching the far side hobble, but I work from the near side, since I do not wish to have her step on me or move around her too much. So the first one is on without too much fussing. Now I need to get the near side front leg close enough so that I can get the second leather cuff in place. That's a bit of a mission. She doesn't quite understand what I'm doing here, but she's remaining calm throughout. So I'm remaining patient, not forcing anything. Eventually I get her to lift the leg in place and I secure the hobble. Since this is her first time wearing them, I do not work the strap right through the buckle. I just pop the pin in. So if I need to suddenly pull them out, I can do that. So it's important that you note I don't stand in front of her. I do not want her rearing up and potentially running me over or kicking me. So I start by asking her by hand to back up very gently. You'll note I don't pull on her head. I simply apply light pressure to the shoulder, asking her to move one leg and then the other leg. She's feeling the restriction. She's a little confused by it, but she's accepting it quite well. A little bit of head tossing, but she is overall quite happy with this. So we do a few steps forward. She's testing the hobble. She's realizing that even though it's restricting her, she can still move. I reward her by letting her eat some grass. It's very important to keep the whole process very calm. Never do anything forcing the horse to make sudden movements or lose their balance at all. I don't want her feeling like she needs to defend herself by rearing up. So I check the straps again. It's still securely in place. So if I were to put this on out in the wilds, if I let my horse stop for a bit of grazing while I perhaps fix a fence or look after the cattle, then the hobbles will keep her close by. So she's expressing herself here and I'm letting her, because it's important that she can tell me, okay, I'm feeling a bit confused by all this, but I am working with you. I'm not resisting it. And she's actually being a very, very good girl about it all. Now, when I initially start training hobbles, I do not leave them on the horse for a long period of time. It's better to do it for a short little bit, then come back the next day and leave it on again for a little bit. The whole point is not to overface your horse and make them feel overwhelmed. So there I've already loosened one of the hobbles and the second one is coming off. I feel that this was a very good little training session and I might leave it a day or two and then do it again. The whole point